anything, this is giving me a major clown. How incredibly painful it was to wear. We're just so ugly. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to chat to you about the designer shoes that I highly regret buying. There are people who are bag people and then there's shoe people, and as much as I'd like to be both, I think it's no secret that I have an obsession with shoes. But that means that there are 100% some pairs that I highly regret buying into. Now, I've managed to get rid of some of them and I've sold them, but just one pair is still with me. I don't know what it is about this one pair that I just can't seem to let go of. So before you make the same mistake that I did, I'm here to give you my honest opinion. So let's get started with the one pair that I still have. They're this pair from Dubai-based brand Andrea Wazen. When I saw these online, I was immediately obsessed. I thought they were so cute, so statement. However, this little fun thing is actually supposed to be flat, but when it came out of the box, it was standing up, and when I wear them, it looks kind of odd. For a pair that's actually never been worn before, you can already see that the sole is coming off and the glue is starting to come loose on the soles of these shoes. And more than anything, this is giving me major clown vibes. Like, I don't know what to say. There's a part of me that's convinced that I can style these in some way, but I think that I need to let them go because I seriously regret buying them, and in the whole time that I've had them, I've never worn. Number two, I wanted these for so long. When I finally got them, I was so excited. The shoes I'm talking about are the Attico Devon Mule. I was obsessed with these shoes. I still kind of am. When I see them in stores, there's like a part of me that's crazy and wants to buy them again in different colors, but then I have to remind myself of how incredibly painful it was to wear them. The heel is very cool to look at, however, is incredibly difficult to walk on. I used to think that there was no pair of heels that I couldn't conquer, but these heels beat me. I genuinely hobbled in them. It was like hobble into the car, go to dinner where you're seated the entire time, and hobble back into the car. There's just hobbling, no walking, no strutting, just hobbling. So for a pair that looks so incredible, it's so sad that they're so uncomfortable. They also get scuffed super easily, which made it even more disappointing. Number three, I really tried with this company, especially because I remember discovering them quite early on and becoming obsessed. But the Paris, Texas boots are super uncomfortable. I have slightly wide feet and they are so squished at the top that they just squish your feet in. So already you're off to a difficult start. They give way a little bit, but they're not comfortable at all. And for me, I had the block boots and I also had the stilettos. Neither of them were comfortable. They looked incredible when I wore them, but they just made my feet feel like they wanted to cry. They're also really slippery. Like, I tried to sand the bottom, the sole a little bit just to make the grip better, but literally walking around in London, I felt like I was going to slip at any moment. I slipped around the house multiple times while I was wearing them, so that made me feel really uncomfortable. See some of the stunning metallic ones and like this crystal ones, and I want them, but luckily there's so many other brands that do something similar now. I don't need to put my feet through those again. And last but not least, again, there's something wrong with me because there are moments where I see this style over and over again and I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool. But then I remind myself of these particular shoes and go, nope, don't do it. Remember when Dad Sandals were a thing? 2019, and everyone wanted a pair of Dad Sandals, and I bought a really cool pair from Prada. Every time I wore them though, they looked ridiculous. And I couldn't admit to myself that they looked ridiculous. They weren't uncomfortable. I genuinely think that Prada makes some of the most comfortable heels and comfortable shoes ever. Some of my most worn shoes are Prada's. But these Dad Sandals, as comfortable as they were just so ugly. Just ugly. I've seen so many different brands make them. The Dior ones are really popular, but as much as I sometimes see them and want them, remind myself of how ugly these are and how little I wear shoes like that, especially when you take it out of the context of fashion or like an editorial or an ad or seeing it on Instagram and put it in your daily life and realize that it's just not wearable. So those are my top regrets. I wouldn't say that they're that bad, especially when you compare them to my handbag video. So while you're watching this video, If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I'm actually at something incredibly exciting right now. So definitely make sure to follow me on there to see what I'm up to. But tune in next week for a more in-depth look because you're not gonna wanna miss it, especially if you're a Dior fan. Don't forget to hit subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the comments. And I can't wait to see you again next week.